Race number 2 of the 2018 Elly Productions Cup Series season would bring us to the hot, dry, and sunny land of Arizona, specifically Phoenix, Arizona, where we would go racing at the Phoenix International Raceway, but we wouldn't be doing this in the sunny daytime, we'd be doing it at night. Logan Shore in the number 9 car would take the pole for this race, and to his outside would be Elly Productions in the 49. In row number 2, there would be Preston Cope on the inside lane, and then Blake Garcia to the outside, and then in his first start, Kevin Campbell. The cars would enter the start zone, and then the 9 car would take off. Logan Shore would lead us to the second race of the season. As you can see, heading into turn 1, the 9 and the 49, door-to-door, kind of ran down into the corner from the bottom lane. That's never a good thing. They both got a pretty poor run through the corner, allowing the 24 of Preston Cope to close up on the inside lane. Then the 9 of Logan Shore goes way below the apron on the first lap. Pretty gutsy move. The only move he really was able to make on that lap. He would run up the racetrack, giving the 24 of Preston Cope in that Liberty University Chevrolet the lead. The 49 and the 9 would both hit the wall, heading on to lap number 2. The 93 car of Kevin Campbell heading into the corner would dive it a little bit, getting below the 9. That would put him into the 3rd position. Then as we skip ahead to the front right here, the 24 car, Preston Cope, continuing to lead the race as we look at the onboard camera, keeping a safe distance from that 49 car early in the race. And as you can see way behind them, the 93 and the 07 would hit the wall. As we take a quick replay, the 93 way below the apron, comes out of the corner, obviously a really bad run, hits the 07. We don't have a paint scheme for him this week, but that would take the 07 out of this race. Anyways, back to the race, the 24 car of Preston Cope continuing to lead as they head on to lap number 4. And Logan Shore staying in 3rd place, pretty far back behind them. The 49 car trying to get a run on that outside lane. Very seldom would the outside lane ever work at this racetrack. Then we take a look ahead at lap number 10. Kevin Campbell trying to enter the pits, comes up a little bit, nearly getting into the leader. That would just be a foreshadowing of what would happen just a few laps later. And an onboard camera of the 49 car heading on to lap number 11, still a pretty safe distance back, trying to chase him down. This is where the 49 car would be most of the race, in 2nd place, trying to chase down that 24. Speaking of the 24, just a few laps later, the 93 car about to go another lap down, the 24 trying to find a way by. He could not foresee what was about to happen. The 93 car gets loose on the front straightaway, spins right back up the track into him, and takes out the leader, Preston Cope. The caution would fly on lap 17. As you see on the bottom of the racetrack right here, the 49 car going by, that would give him the lead under caution. So we take a look at a replay here. 49 car, not sure what to think at this point. Maybe feeling a little bit bad for the 24, but also excited that he has the lead. Either way, the 24 and the 93 would both be able to continue after this wreck, although the 93 would be penalized, taken away, have a point deduction at the end of the race due to this incident. So we take a look at the helicopter cam. The 93 car just could not maintain control of his race car, gets into the leader. Obviously a very, very poor decision on his part to do that down the front straightaway. The 24 Preston Cope actually would get out of the pits first. The 49 car would have to make some big damage repairs that would allow the 24 to get out with the lead. As they head onto the front straightaway, this would be the first restart of the race, lap number 22. The 24 would get a good run. The 9 of Logan Shore wouldn't go. He spun the tires, and then it would result in the 93 car getting into the outside wall. The caution would come out immediately after the green flag. So take a look at the replay here. The 93 car is kind of running along into the corner. He knows he's clear right here. Maybe checks up a little bit too much. Then the 9, Logan Shore, gets into the left rear of him, puts him into the wall. Kind of a controversial wreck there as we take a look on board the 9 car. He spins the tires on the restart, allowing the 24, 49, and the 93 to get by. Heading into this corner, you see just how close it is between the 93 and the 9. Heading into the corner, the 93 checked up, but the 9 accelerated. You could see in that helicopter view, they both just had conflicting ways of going through the corner. That would result in the 93 car being out of the race on lap 22. Then pit stops would begin for just the 24 of Preston Cope. A controversial decision there. That would put the 49 car to the lead. As they would head to the green flag on lap 27, it would be the 49 of Elly Productions leading them down, and then immediately the 24 car hits the gas, heads into turn 1, and lets it roll past the 49 of Elly Productions. And this would be the beginning of a few laps of really good racing between the 49 and the 24. and then heading back down into turns 3 and 4. The 24, not a very good run. The 49 car keeping to that outside lane. Then this would result in a battle for the lead. The 49 car getting below the 24. As you can see here on lap 28, heading back into the corner, the 24 car runs really fast into the corner. It's very slick towards that outside lane, so he struggled to hold the line. Heading out of the corner right here, the 24 car hits the wall a little bit. It causes the 49 to go back down the racetrack and pass him. But then heading into the corner, the 24 gets into the 49 of Elly Productions. The leader wrecks out into turn 1, and the caution would fly yet again on lap 29. If you take a look at a replay here on board, the 24 maybe doesn't anticipate when the 49 is going to lift, and that would result in him getting spun out into the wall. As you can see, the 9 car in the bottom lane, he would get a lap back due to this incident. But then on board the 9, he has a good view of this incident, and to him it probably looks like the 24 wiped him out. But definitely a racing incident on both those drivers' parts right there. Then we would get the final restart of the race, the 24 on the outside lane with the 49 in tow. Those would be the only 2 cars on the lead lap. Green flag would come out on lap 34. The 24 of Preston Cope would get away, sealing the deal and clearing the 9 car. He would basically start to pull away, and the 49 of Elly Productions still being scored in second, but stuck behind the 9. If he wanted to get to that 24 of Preston Cope, he would have to get around the 9 car of Logan Shore. And this would result in a battle not for position, but for track position. The 49 car, as you can see, driving as hard as he can, going all the way to the wall, trying to run very smooth laps, heading back down into the corner. He's running much better laps than the 9 car at this point, just can't seem to find a way by him. And the 9 car also going way below the apron, way farther than he needs to be, to try and keep that track position ahead of the 49, heading into the corner, hitting the apron, running up the racetrack. The 49 car had to lift right here, but then he would get to the inside. The 9 car coming out of the corner would hit the wall. We'd be heading on to lap 36, just 12 laps remaining in this race. And then back down into the corner, the 49 of Elly Productions would finally clear the 9 of Logan Shore, and this would result in the final battle of the race, the battle for the lead between Preston Cope and Elly Productions. To be fair, it would be less of a battle and more of the 49 just trying to chase him down. He had a nose on him in a few of the corners, but then towards the end of it, it seemed like cleaner tires had won the day for the 24 of Preston Cope. As they would get ready to come around for the last lap, it seemed like Preston Cope's race. He had about a 2-second lead on the 49 car, heading into turn 1. But then, the improbable, the 24 car would blow a right front tire on the final lap, causing him to hit the wall. Heading back down to the apron, he knows he's in trouble, and there is a charging number 49 car close behind. Heading, limping, right back around the corner into turn 3. You'll see the 49 car pop into the picture right here. Huge race to the finish. The 49 tries to go high. Way too slick up there. The car shoots straight, hits the wall, and they collide, causing both cars to nearly flip over. The 49 had a nose in front, but a right front tire would cause him to hit the wall yet again, and Preston Cope would win the race. A really remarkable last lap turn of events. We take a look on board the 49. What must have been going through his head at this point when he sees the 24 car limping around the racetrack, using the walls for levity? He has to lift here. He doesn't know where the 24 is going to go, so he goes low. 49 goes high. Doesn't work. The car shoots straight, hits the wall, and then he flips over, ending up back on all fours. A right front tire. He would steer into the outside wall, and Preston Cope in the 24 would win the race. Then Logan Shore would pile drive the 49 of Elly Productions from the back. Take another replay on board the 24, the rear camera view. Again, very intimidating look right here. The 49 car is closing fast. You've led the entire race. You can't let him by. The 49 car goes to the outside. 24 didn't quite flip over. He got on his side, though. Hits the inside wall and would limp his car to the start-finish line. And then back here you can see the 9 of Logan Shore just completely hammers that 49 car across the start-finish line. Preston Cope, the winner of Race 2 of the Elly Productions Cup Series. A really great finish there. As we take a look at your finishing results right here, Preston Cope brings home his first win of the season. Then Elly Productions finishes a close second. Logan Shore lap down. Kevin Campbell and Blake Garcia both DNFs today. Then the point standings, Preston Cope and Blaze McKinney both locked in with a win apiece. Elly Productions leads the points charge behind them. As you can see, Preston Cope celebrating on the front straightaway with a broken down number 49 car. We thank you for watching this race today. We hope you enjoyed it. It could definitely be described as a wreck fest. A really great race nonetheless. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out the next race that will come next week at Auto Club. We thank you for joining, tuning in, and watching this race, and we will see you next time.